Machines are getting bigger, smarter, and more powerful than ever before. In industries like mining, construction, and transport, some of these machines are so massive and capable that they completely change how we work on land and at sea. In this video, we'll be breaking down 10 of the most dangerous and biggest heavy equipment machines working at another level. We are going to show you firsthand what they do, how they work, and why they matter. And number 10 is the Bagger 293. This machine makes everything else look like a toy truck and a sandbox. This German-engineered beast isn't just a machine, it's the largest land vehicle ever built. Towering at 96 meters or 315 feet and stretching 225 meters or 738 feet long, this open-pit mining giant is taller than a 30-story building and longer than 2 football fields. So what does it do? Well, it eats the earth for breakfast. At its front, a massive rotating wheel with 18 giant buckets scoops up the overburden or the layer of earth covering coal deposits. Each bucket is big enough to fit an entire car. This thing can move a mind-blowing 240,000 cubic meters of material per day. That's enough to fill 100 Olympic swimming pools. Despite its 14,000-ton weight, the Bagger 293 doesn't stomp around. It glides, albeit slowly, on Caterpillar tracks, powered entirely by electricity. No diesel, no fumes, just pure industrial efficiency running non-stop to strip away layers of earth far beyond human capability. It's not just big, it's unstoppable, but we're just getting started. Number 9. The Cometto Bridge Girder Transporter. Transporting massive bridge sections isn't exactly a job for your average flatbed truck. Enter the Cometto Bridge Girder Transporter. This machine is built to carry giants. But what makes it so special? This isn't a one-size-fits-all hauler. It can be stretched, widened, and adjusted depending on the load. Need to transport a bridge girder the length of a city block? No problem. It's got multiple axles, each with independent steering, meaning it can twist and turn through tight spaces like a mechanical centipede. But look at this too. It doesn't just carry the load, it keeps it perfectly balanced. Thanks to its high-tech hydraulic system, the transporter stays level even on uneven roads, preventing dangerous shifts that could turn a simple haul into a multi-million-dollar disaster. This is a lifesaver for the construction industry, ensuring that massive bridges can be moved safely and precisely from the factory to their final destination. But moving bridges on land is one thing. What about moving entire floating structures across oceans? Well, for that you'll need our number 8 machine, and that's the Forte Heavy Lift Carrier. The Forte Heavy Lift Carrier is a floating superhero. Owned by Boskalis, this is more than a ship. It's a heavy-lifting ocean juggernaut built to transport the unmovable. Oil rigs, decommissioned ships, and massive offshore platforms, the Forte carries them across the ocean as if it's no big deal. And here's where it gets crazy. The Forte does more than just lifting cargo. It also sinks them. Yeah, you heard that right. This engineering marvel lowers itself partially underwater, allowing floating cargo to glide onto its back. Once the cargo is in position, the ship rises back up, lifting entire oil rigs out of the water like a magician pulling a rabbit out of a hat. With a lifting capacity of 23,000 tons, it carries some of the largest structures in the world with pinpoint stability. Its advanced sensor systems ensure that even the slightest balance shifts are corrected, preventing catastrophic tipping. The Forte plays an important role in the oil and gas industry, delivering massive offshore structures safely to wherever they're needed. But while the Forte dominates the oceans, some machines need to conquer the land, no matter how extreme the terrain. And that's where the Kaiser S12 Allroad comes in, and that's our number 7 machine. Look at this Kaiser S12 Allroad, the excavator that looks like it should be starring in a sci-fi movie. Unlike regular machines that struggle on steep hills, deep mud, or rocky slopes, this beast adapts to its surroundings like a mountain goat. How? Well, its legs. This is a walking machine. Each leg and wheel can be raised or lowered independently, allowing it to stand firm on uneven terrain where others would tip over. Whether it's climbing riverbanks, stabilizing on landslides, or maneuvering through dense forests, this S12 doesn't back down. Lightweight but mighty, this is a lifesaver in disaster recovery, mountain construction, and forestry work. This machine proves that power isn't just about size, it's about being in control no matter where the job takes you. Now, from agility to raw cutting force, let's meet a machine that doesn't just move earth, it slices through it. At number 6, we have the RWE 100 cutter wheel. This massive wheel, packed with razor-sharp cutting tools, grinds through layers of soil and soft rock, sending debris onto a conveyor belt for easy removal. Instead of smashing through obstacles, it carves out perfect, precise sections, making it ideal for surface mining, especially when extracting lignite coal, the kind found just beneath the surface. Working non-stop, it's part of a larger mining system designed to clear vast amounts of land quickly. And because it cuts rather than crushes, it offers smoother, cleaner excavation, which is crucial when working in delicate or unpredictable soil conditions. Used by RWE Power in Germany, the cutter wheel is a machine built for precision, scale, and unstoppable performance. But what if you need to transport something too big for roads, too heavy for cranes, and too awkward for trains? Well, that's where the Cometto SPMT comes in, and that's our number 5 machine. This isn't just a big truck. It's a modular convoy of rolling platforms that can be connected like Lego pieces to carry objects of nearly any size or shape. Each wheel moves independently, meaning the SPMT can turn in any direction, and yes, even sideways. Look at this bridge section that's too heavy for a regular crane. The SPMT will glide underneath, lift it, and transport it like it's casually carrying groceries. With a 200-ton spaceship that needs to be carefully positioned, the SPMT handles it with surgeon's precision. Controlled by a remote operator, the machine's hydraulic system ensures that the load stays perfectly balanced even on uneven ground, and it moves it slowly and steadily, making sure nothing tips, shakes, or heaven forbid, falls over. It may not have explosive power, but without machines like the Cometto SPMT, some of the world's biggest construction and aerospace projects wouldn't even be possible. Now let's get back to mining, where size and strength take center stage. Number 4, the Liebherr R9800. Now look at this excavator. This is a mining titan. The Liebherr R9800 is one of the largest mining excavators on the planet, designed for one job: moving massive amounts of earth. If mining were a battlefield, this would be the heavy artillery. And when we say massive, we mean it. Its bucket alone can hold 40 cubic meters of material in a single scoop. That's the size of a small backyard swimming pool getting lifted into the air in seconds. Powering this beast is 2 diesel engines, and they both work together to make sure it never slows down. The R9800 is built for efficiency and designed to fill up mining trucks in just a few passes, cutting down on fuel use and saving precious time. But don't be fooled by its raw power, because it's also high-tech. From inside a spacious high-tech cab, the operator has full control, using monitors, cameras, and tracking systems to keep everything running smoothly. Even the engine's fuel efficiency and wear and tear are constantly monitored, ensuring that this mining monster stays in peak condition. The Liebherr R9800 is big, smart, and built to dominate. Number 3 is the BelAZ 75710. But when a giant like the Liebherr R9800 digs up massive piles of earth, you need something just as powerful to haul it away. That's where the BelAZ 75710 comes in. But how big are we talking? Well, try 450 tons per load. That's like carrying 75 elephants at once, and those tires? Well, each one is taller than an adult human. This 8-wheeled titan is powered by 2 massive diesel engines, giving it enough muscle to power through rough, rocky terrain without sweat. Built to withstand freezing Siberian temperatures, It's got a heavy-duty suspension and brakes that keep all that weight under control. And don't expect to see it driving down your street because it's too big for normal roads. The BelAZ 75710 stays deep in the mines, working alongside excavators and shovels to move massive amounts of material with fewer trips and less fuel. A true heavyweight hauler, but what if you need something to dig up all that earth in the first place? Well, for that, we go to number 2, and that's the P&H 4100 XPC. The P&H 4100 XPC is a colossal electric rope shovel designed for one job: digging and lifting ridiculous amounts of rock and earth in surface mining. If the BelAZ is the muscle, this is the iron fist that loads it up. And when we say big, we mean 70 cubic yards of material per scoop, so that's like filling 4 full-size pickup trucks in a single lift. But here's where it gets interesting. There's no hydraulics. Unlike most mining machines, this beast runs on electric motors and thick steel cables, making it more energy efficient and less polluting than its diesel-powered cousins. From inside the high-tech operator's cab, workers control the giant steel bucket while digital monitoring systems track everything from motor performance to digging efficiency. This ensures smooth operation and minimal breakdowns. Built to last for decades, the P&H 4100 XPC keeps the world's biggest mining sites running, but when it comes to raw hauling power, there's only one truck that might just outdo them all. That's the Caterpillar 797F, and that's our number 1 machine on this list. Built for the heaviest, toughest mining operations, this machine doesn't just transport rock, it devours it. With a massive 4,000 horsepower diesel engine, it hauls 400 tons per load, enough to cover a football field knee-deep in rubble. But power means nothing without control, and that's where the Caterpillar 797F shines. Its advanced suspension and 4-meter-tall tires allow it to glide, kind of, over rough, uneven ground without tipping or sinking. The high-up operator cab is filled with screens, sensors, and control systems, ensuring a smooth ride for a machine that weighs as much as a small building. Plus, built-in monitoring tools keep constant watch on the engine, brakes, and tires, so if anything starts wearing down, the system alerts operators before a breakdown happens. This isn't just a truck, it's a mobile fortress working alongside giant shovels and excavators to move millions of tons of material every year. But all these machines, no matter how big, are just the beginning. These 10 machines are proof of just how far engineering has come. They aren't just massive, they're built with precision, power, and purpose. Whether it's moving entire ships, digging through mountains, or lifting impossible loads, these machines make some of the toughest jobs in the world look effortless. But behind their size and strength is careful design, advanced technology, and a commitment to safety and efficiency. And as technology keeps evolving, we can only imagine what the next generation of machines will be capable of. Which one impressed you the most? Let us know in the comments section below, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into the world's most powerful machines, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible content. But power doesn't always come without risk. Some machines push the limit so far that they become dangerous even for the experts who operate them. From towering cranes to earth-shattering excavators, click here to watch the 10 biggest, most expensive machines working at another level.